What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is CJ the Cheese DJ here, back with another Horizon Zero Dawn, and today we're looking at 5 tips and tricks for the games. Now, I've played through this quite a bit, and I've come up with these 5 tips and tricks. These are personally based on my opinions. Just the basic general stuff kind of thing. Anything to give you a bit of a head start in the game and to help you out. Now, first tip on the list. Now, when you first start the game, you get given 2 skill points. Straight away, the skill points you want to invest into are Silent Strike here, as well as concentration. Now what these skills do, they help you greatly in combat. So Silent Strike helps you perform silent takedowns on small machines. You can see there in that little playthrough video of a watcher being killed. Now pretty much what this entails is you hiding in tall grass or being in sneak and sneaking up to an enemy and killing them. What this does is it instant kills them, as well as managing to harvest any extra components on them. So if they have any extra canisters, they actually drop. So yeah, definitely invest in Silent Strike skill. And the second skill, Brave and under concentration, while aiming, toggle with R stick to slow down time. And you can see there what it does is it slows down time pretty much. This is an invaluable skill for being able to hit those extra components as well as kill an enemy before they damage you. So definitely invest in these 2 skills at the beginning of the game. My second tip, guys, is to make sure you modify your weapons. So from killing enemies, you're able to get modifications onto your weapons. You can see here I've got a fire coil, as well as a damage coil. Now these increase the amount of damage you do to your weapons greatly. You can see here 7% fire damage, 6% damage. So obviously, since this is around the first chapter of the game, you don't have access to very high tier modifications. But once you get further into the game, you get higher level modifications, and these actually greatly increase your abilities in the field and against enemies. And I would definitely recommend getting extra modifications for each of your weapons and making sure to equip them. Just gathering them isn't enough. You have to actually make sure you modify and equip them to your weapons. My third tip is to make sure you increase the size of your resources satchel and your hunter bow quiver straight away. As soon as you get enough materials to increase your resource satchel, definitely upgrade it, as well as your quiver, as that allows you to hold more arrows to be able to take out more enemies without having to bother to reload and craft more arrows, which makes it easier in the long run. The resources allow you to gather more and more resources of each kind. So at the moment I have a carrying capacity of 50, so that means I'm able to carry 50 different types of items. So definitely recommend getting the resource satchel upgrade first. My fourth tip is always to check with the merchants in the treasure box section, because you never know when you're going to get free stuff. Now these are pretty much free items. They give you free resources, free metal shards and everything. So definitely worth checking them out. You can see here we'll be able to open one shortly. Opening them, see, gives you blaze, fast travel packs, as well as traps. So I definitely recommend checking every merchant that you come across to see if they have any treasure boxes, because you never know what you're going to get from them. My fifth and final tip is when you come up to merchants, make sure you don't sell them the wrong things. So you can see each item has a used for section where it tells you what you can use the items for. Now each item has its different purposes obviously, but you want to make sure you sell the items that only have selling for metal shards. You can see there on the luminous braiding it says selling for metal shards, trading with merchants. You want to make sure it only has those 2 options. As see here, you can see it says crafting items or crafting ammunition. You don't want to sell these items, because unless you have a stockpile of them, a huge amount of them, then definitely go ahead and selling them. But I wouldn't recommend selling them, as you can use them to create armor, ammo, and more tools and upgrades for yourself. Whereas stuff like this, you can see trading with merchants, selling for metal shards, you can get rid of. So you want to sell these over the ones that you need for crafting ammunition and crafting items. Alrighty guys, well that's 5 tips and tricks for Horizon Zero Dawn. Let me know what you guys thought of these down below. If you found them helpful, I'd greatly appreciate it. But for now guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.